Well, we just might have heard Chloe freezing on the airwaves there. What a weekend for transportation use. Sunday, the city's implementing the biggest changes to how transit works in Winnipeg in more than a generation. Today, Portage Main reopening to foot traffic. Some other active commuters are also pretty excited about the changes in crossing this intersection. So as you heard, Chloe Friesen is out and about this morning. She's actually at Gary and Assiniboine in front of Bonnycastle Dog Park. She's got a gathering of cyclists, I understand, from Bike Winnipeg. And yes, we certainly can hear you. How's it going over there?
It is fantastic. This is a bustling area. I am with the crew that makes up Coffee Outside. And if you folks want to say hello, good morning.
Everybody say good morning.
Hi. So that is just a large group, about 20 cyclists. It's come and go. I'm here with Ian McCausland, who started what's called Coffee Outside. He's also a board member of Bike Winnipeg and was part of the lobby to open Portage Main to pedestrians. Good morning, Ian.
Good morning.
So before we get to how you're feeling about Portage Main, let's start right here. Tell me about Coffee Outside. What is this group?
It's an initiative to bring a little sense of community to the average bike commuter. We're set up here at Gary and Assiniboine, which is arguably the most busiest spot for bike commuting traffic. And when you're commuting by bike, it can be a very solitary experience. It's kind of like you versus the world. So we thought, let's build a little bit of community where people can stop, have a cup of coffee, connect with other cyclists, and then carry on their day. And it seems to be taking off.
People are having a wonderful time here, just all smiles and a lot of caffeine, which is nice in the morning.
Yep.
Let's talk about Portage and Main. How does it feel to know that today pedestrians can cross?
It's exciting. Like I mentioned to you earlier, it feels like the beginning of something special, not necessarily the end of a long struggle. It's part of a whole bunch of different initiatives. We're excited about the new transit network. We're excited about the redevelopment of Graham Avenue and now Portage Main open to pedestrians. It's great that we're trying to revitalize downtown by making it a little bit more accessible and walkable for people who choose not to use a car.
And it's been a long time coming. You've been working to open Portage and Main. What would you say to the folks who ended up voting no? 65% of Winnipeggers did. What message do you have for them today?
Well, I'm a Gen Xer, so I can speak to my fellow Gen Xers. I get it. Maybe you're living way out in St. Vital and you're not going to ride a bike downtown or cross the street up Portage Main. But we're in the middle of an affordability crisis. Talk to your kids, or if you're a bit older, talk to your grandkids. They don't have the $14,000 a year to buy a car to get anywhere they want to work or anywhere they want to go. So we have to make this city a little bit more equitable for people who simply can't afford to buy a car or choose not to.
You mentioned that today it feels a bit like a beginning. Pardon me. Do you think this might signal something about active transportation and the city's kind of adoption of it in the future?
I know some of the people in the public service, they're doing tremendous amounts of work in terms of trying to build out our bike network. The biggest hurdle really is to have buy-in from the politicians. So we're going to continue to advocate for all users or all vulnerable road users, not just people on bikes, but people who choose to walk or use transit, and ensure that, the politicians understand that we have to just keep this going. This is not the end. This is the beginning.
Speaking of transit, big transit changes are coming in a couple of days here, end of the month. What are your thoughts on that?
It's surprising. The more time you spend on a bike, the more passionate you get about transit.
Why is that?
Because it's all about having choices that make sense for people. And, these 20 people behind me, the 40 people that come every week, if we didn't have a choice to ride a bike or we don't have a choice to ride a bus, what are we doing? We're jumping into a car. We're going to be in front of you. The congestion gets worse. So if you're having issues with traffic, you need more choices for more people.
Will you be heading to Portage Main later today?
Yeah, after we wrap Coffee Outside, a bunch of us are going to roll over there and take it all in.
All right. Well, I'll probably see you there. Thank you, Ian. That's Ian McCausland with Bike Winnipeg. And we'll send it back to you, Marcy. Although, I don't know. I kind of want to just stay and hang out here with all of these cyclists and the caffeine.